Many people go through so much failures, but at the end, they give up. And that is exactly what you should not do. But have you ever thought how you could build that winner's mindset? Have you ever thought, how can I keep moving forward? Hey, my name is Sabine and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'll be talking about how you could build that winner's mindset, how you could keep going even you're facing so many failures, how to not give up. I'll teach you the mindset. So without any fuss, let's get started. The number one thing that I had to do throughout my journey to becoming great and successful is taking responsibility for almost everything. For example, let's say I'm getting bad grades. That's on me. Not where you want to be in life. That's also me. Because if you give yourself the power to fix things, if you give yourself the power to fix the problems, you already separated yourself from the 99 people who don't even try anything. For example, most people, they just sit in the sofa watching TV, not taking no action. They always complain, they always make excuses thinking, I'm not built for this. Or they might be saying, I don't have let's say I don't have very good phone, or I don't have very good camera to start, making YouTube videos or content creation. They keep making these excuses. And to build a winner's mindset, you should learn how to take responsibility for almost everything. Because like I said earlier, learn how to, solve people's problem, take responsibility for everything as well. That's how you keep, becoming better and successful in future. Losers think short term and winners think long term. You are stuck in a moment where you just scroll on social media or just scroll on TikTok too much and you're just lazy. You cannot be bothered to get up and the weather is just sunny, but it just makes you even more bored, And you're always chasing for short term pleasure. That could be like, earning some very quick money, being happy. And I mean, at the other hands as well, right? You're being happy too because you earned quick money, all right? And another thing is, just going to parties, spending all the money. You're achieving short-term success. And then that is exactly what you should not do, because long-term, on the other hand, is opposite. To achieve long-term success, you need to grind hard. You need consistency, discipline, patience, and a lot more as well. You need to learn how to handle failures and to think like the winner's mindset, to become great. You need to achieve long-term success, because these short-term success, they fade away very quickly. You want to build long-term success, and long-term success, you should have a vision, so basically, what type of person you want to become, try to become like them slowly. What type of place you want to be in future, try to imagine it in your head and work on it. Learn what you should do, learn what you should actually accumulate to become, like, let's say, a salesperson in future or anything. All right, to become successful, you need to build long-term success. Motivation fades, discipline stays. Try to be disciplined if you want to be unstoppable, if you want to be great, successful in future. Because motivation, there's no point of relying on motivation which fades rapidly. And when I mean it rapidly is I actually mean it, because motivation is like an energy drink. And here's an example. All right, so let's say a person drinks an energy drink and he gets a burst of energy. He gets hyped, he has lots of energy in him. But after a couple of hours, he feels even more tired, because of the caffeine and all of these stuff. All right, he feels more tired and he feels like, yeah. But that's exactly what motivation does to you. If you're just scrolling on social media and you see this video of, let's say, a young teenager building his own business and becoming rich and successful, that's a motivation, and you just start your own. But guess what? You only start for like 2, 3, or 5 or 6 months, and guess what? You just give up because you don't have that discipline in you. You're only relying on motivation, and sometimes the motivation even could lead you to the bad side of the things as well. So always try to be aware, try to be disciplined, not don't always rely on motivation, because sometimes motivation is your biggest enemy. Choose your surroundings carefully. And what I mean by this is basically, if you're the type of person who wants to achieve this success, if you want to achieve your own success, if you want to work hard, start your own businesses and just become successful in life, and if you're hanging out with idiots outside, then there's literally no chance of you becoming successful. Well, it is some very few, but your chances drops rapidly, because your brain is kind of like a vibrator. It receives frequency of vibrations, all right? So your surroundings is all with vibrations. For example, if I'm doing this, there's a vibration coming to my brain. That is exactly what other people happens. So basically, when you go outside and hang out with your friends and whatever, right? When they talk, the voices in their mouth, it's a vibration that actually your brain accumulates, all right? And when it accumulates that, your brain slowly turns into them. Your brain slowly starts to act like them. Your brain slowly tries to think like them. But you guess what? You never notice it until it's too late. And of course, if you just go hang around with one day, no difference, nothing will probably happen to you. But if you keep hanging around with them again and again, there's going to be some major changes, because the thing is, you're slowly going to do these things that they are doing, which if they are doing some wrong things, then of course you're going to do wrong things yourself as well. So always try to be aware who you are surrounding yourself with, because that's a major issue in becoming successful. And if you want to become, if you want to become successful, if you want to have the winner's mindset, learn how to surround yourself with great people. All right, that is all for today. I hope you have learnt your lesson. I hope you have learnt, if you want to become successful, if you want to build the winner's mindset, I hoped you have took some ideas from this video, because these stuff are actually really true 100%, because the way you surround yourself with is very important at lastly. So make sure to like, subscribe, and of course comment down below of what you thought of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.